jíjó fújì lárinrin ẹ lè bẹ̀rẹ̀ mọ́lẹ̀ kẹ́ máa rà ẹ lè wá outstanding kẹ́ máa jó.
Does that hurt?
Jeez. And wake up with me, DJ Kadero.
You're getting rusty. I think you need to work on that a little bit more.
What's going on, guys? It's DJ Kadero. How are you, huh? It's Wednesday, May 13th, 2026. And you're rocking with me here on the Diaspora, Sean 87.9 The Culture. And I am alongside my awesome guest back from vacation, CJ, a.k.a. Legit. What's good?
What up? Damn, I got turned into a guest quick. Usually it's a co-host on Wednesday.
Sorry, co-host.
You guys here to disrespect, and then he wants me to come back and deal with this while I'm being underpaid. I need to talk to management.
Today we're going to do things here differently on the Diaspora Show. First, before we get into that, let me break down how the Diaspora Show works. First, I give you guys the news, the Diaspora news, top stories going on in the African diaspora world. Then I hit you guys with words of affirmation, life lessons through the African proverb of the day. Know the African proverb of the day. Looking at. And I am a DJ. I give you guys the best, the baddest harmonies, beats, melodies, vibes. And today is Wednesday. It's Amapiano Wednesday. I'll be spinning the best of South Africa's newest genre, huh? Amapiano. Well, today's a little different. So, our guy, CJ, aka Legit, just came back from Puerto Rico.
It was amazing.
We're going to spend a little time talking with him before he has to leave back to the airport because maybe he forgot something back in that U.S. territory, huh? CJ, aka Legit, what's up, big dog?
What's up, man? Did you miss me last week?
Nope.
Oh, that's crazy. See what I'm talking about? That's not the text messages that he was sending me every day on the hour. Nah, man, but Puerto Rico was amazing, man. Shout out to the homegirls that took me with them. We had a blast. It was a lot of fun. And we had a lot of people download the app while I was down there. I was down there passing out flyers and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Got to support the team.
On the road to 10,000.
We're on the road, man. We almost there.
Yes. I appreciate it. And
no
problem. we did miss you, man. How was the trip overall?
The trip overall was amazing. My best friend did almost let me die, though. I can't swim. You might want to turn the music down for this, right? So they gave us life vests, and I thought it was going to work. I got on top of a cliff, and I swung from the cliff. And as I dropped and I'm hitting the water, I'm looking at my best friend pointing at me, telling me to stand up. But in panic, I just fall backwards. And now I'm underwater, and she's telling me to stand up. I had a few choice words for her that weren't very nice that I can't repeat on air. But as the guy comes to save me and just lifts me up, I stand straight up. And it's all on film. I posted it, but nobody's caught it yet.
Wait.
See how quick I gave you that? No, just gloss over and just let it ride now. People will come back. Just let it ride and let it sink in. Let it settle a little bit.
For time, and you need to leave. We'll come back to that next Wednesday.
Oh, man, but it was a blast. We did that. The night scene out there, when I tell you nobody has the game on lock like Bad Bunny, I don't.
Oh, he's huge, huh?
Oh, man. When I tell you I've never seen a group of people go to the middle of the street, just the middle of any random street, and as soon as somebody brings out a speaker playing Bad Bunny, it turns into a club.
It turns into a party, huh?
No, into a club in the middle of the street. People were bringing drinks out on trays from opposite bars and stuff like that. It was just crazy. Tents were popped up where people were serving food. Just as soon as Bad Bunny comes on, the culture goes crazy out there. They have murals of Bad Bunny all over the place. Like, that type of influence is wild. But
And imagine people were boycotting this man on a Super Bowl halftime show.
you know what I mean? You know how it is. If you're not familiar with something, you don't know how to judge it. Well, let me tell you that he is not worried about what any of us think over here.
Absolutely, man.
Because the people over there, they love him. So that was amazing. Some sightseeing. Like I said, just the culture. I will say this.
Yeah.
They do not like out-of-towners at all.
What you mean?
I would see people walk in that's from Puerto Rico, get their food in like 5-10 minutes. Every place I went, I had to wait 45 minutes to an hour to get my food.
But you damn near look.
Well, my friends don't, and everybody doesn't have genes like me. They're not blessed like me to be able to fit in anywhere I go, right? So even though they would start speaking Spanish to me and stuff like that, I didn't understand. I would just, si, senor, stuff like that. Our food would take forever. That's the only bad thing I would say. And the streets are really tiny, so you just got to be careful. But nah, man, it was a blast. We had an amazing time.
To the governor of Puerto Rico, the mayor of San Juan. Were you in San Juan?
We were in San Juan.
To the mayor of San Juan. Hey, CJAK legit wants better hospitality service.
No, I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying next time I come back,
oh, okay.
maybe y'all just, I have somebody else go get the food with me. But don't be getting me banned from Puerto Rico. I'm going back in August. Shut up, Kadero. I had an amazing time. I hope you guys don't even hear this. I'm saying this to you as my friend.
Oh, okay.
You're not supposed to call out who's in charge over there. Now, San Juan, I will say, they get down in San Juan.
Yeah.
There's some tough parts of San Juan.
We'll
man.
talk about that off
air.
That's something that you definitely don't want me to address.
I don't know. I think so. It should be addressed.
You think I should address this?
Next Wednesday. Let me think about my comments first.
Yeah, because the Diaspora Show on 87.9, the culture is
it's spreading, man.
Listen.
Some people already had the app downloaded. You want to know
Look at that.
the dopest part to me is, your business or whatever you're growing is super popular when you go to the app store and the first number or letter you type in
It's that.
it's 879. You type in 879, the culture pops up as like the third one. You type in 87, it's the first one.
First one. Look at that. You hear that, DJ
growing.
Mr. Soul?
On the road to 10,000.
Let's go. Speaking of the culture, let's go to the chat. If you don't know, you can always address, vibe, mingle, and to chat directly with me and any of our other DJs and personalities on 879 The Culture through the app that you're listening to me on. So through any of our other shows and programs, go ahead and create a username and password by the group chat tab that you click on. It will ask for a username and password to be created in case you already don't have one. So create one. You can be anybody. You can be Spider-Man, huh? My Haitians say Spider-Man. You can be Spider-Man, Port-au-Prince Spider-Man. You can be anybody. You can be DJ Soul #2. Huh?
That's crazy.
You could be CJ's cousin JC. Did you know we had your cousin on last Wednesday?
That's crazy. All black people look alike?
No, we really had somebody that was your cousin.
Who?
He said his name was JC.
What does that mean? You're being racist right now.
I'm dead serious.
That's crazy.
Ask the chat.
He said
Ask
his
the
name was
chat.
JC, and he said he's my cousin.
Yes. He goes, where's your guy CJ? Because he was just walking. And I was like, well, he's in Puerto Rico. And then he's like, well, I'm his cousin. I'll fill in for him.
And his name is JC.
His name is JC.
You've been lied to, bamboozled, fooled. I have no cousin named JC, and if I do, I'm sorry, man, but I've never met you before. So I can't help.
He has a raspy voice. It sounds like he smokes at least a pack a day.
Oh, yeah, see?
Does that sound like somebody familiar?
No, that sounds like one of your friends that you put up to this. Kadero does a lot of things in the background that you guys don't see, and a lot of this stuff is fabricated. He's so full of it.
Speaking of fabricated, we're going to get to this real quick. DJ Mr. Soul greets us. DJ Mr. Soul!
So,
What's up? Lita, what up, Kadero? What up, Lita? Lita says, oh my God, Ninja was drowning in 3 feet. You know what? She doesn't. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I know. She was. Lita says, Kadero played too much. Y'all are being heard internationally. Straight feds. Lita says, sorry I didn't say hi to CJ before, and I'm going to go in on him. Hey, she says.
Hi, how you doing? It's always a pleasure.
DJ Mr. Soul says, dope story, maybe dope adventure. Lita says, CJ was in the building, or JC was in the building, and he was a mess. See, I'm not lying.
JC is my cousin. I have a cousin named JC.
I don't know. I'm just saying.
I'm not saying JC's not awesome. I'm just saying I don't have a cousin named
Lita
JC.
says JC was in the building.
And that's my cousin? Are you my cousin too? If you think about it, we're all brothers and sisters under Christ.
And let the church say?
Amen.
Speaking of family, right? Community, right? I don't know if you got to know. I know I only got a little bit of your time here. I want to get your thoughts.
Go ahead.
So it seems like you're pretty up on fashion, or at least up, right?
Not
You're at
today.
least-
We're on cameras, but
but
the most
at
part,
least
yeah.
you're aware, right?
Yes, sir.
So you've heard of the luxury watch brand Audemars Piguet?
Yeah, I like that they did that.
Hold on. What did they do exactly? You want
They
to break
went
it
and
down?
teamed up with, because everybody makes these replicas
Uh-huh.
and makes money off of them. So they
Uh-huh.
went and made a cheaper product.
Yeah.
That way that they can sell more product
Woo!
and not go bankrupt. It's a
Woo!
smart business move.
Woo! So for those that don't know, Audemars Piguet has partnered up with Swatch. Yes, Switzerland's own Swatch. It's a
Swatch does sound like a fake brand. They need to come up with a different name.
It's Switzerland's watch, right? So, anyways, they partnered up with Swatch. You've probably seen swatches on other people's hands before, on other people's wrists before. But imagine Audemars Piguet, a luxury brand, up there with Patek, up there with Breitling, up there with Rolex, of course, and they've partnered up and created what they say is an affordable everyday watch. I feel like it. And they're releasing this combo this upcoming Saturday the 16th.
I'm getting one.
So they said that you have to be at it's no online orders.
Oh, you got to be at an actual store.
And so guess what? When they announced this on Sunday, there was people on Monday in New York, Denver, Chicago in line.
Already waiting.
There's people right now standing in line.
Oh, yeah, I'm not doing all that. That's crazy.
Would you ever though?
No. I'm not waiting in line for that. I was mad about waiting at 45 minutes
It's
for
an
my
AP
food.
though.
I don't care. It can be Adrian Peterson there for AP. I don't care, man. It's
Audemars
never that
Piguet,
serious. But
Adrian Peterson, you know.
anything I can do, if everybody knows me, I don't really go for the normal
Yeah.
super name brand stuff anyway. If you can't make yourself look good with anything, you're not really into this fashion stuff, man. Create your own trends, dog. You know what's up.
And let me tell you something, man. CJ does have. So I'll give him that. CJ has.
Oh, man, I can dress.
CJ, especially in Puerto Rico, he was pulling out some outfits. I was like, man, he doesn't wear that to the studio.
It's only one person on 87.9 that can keep up with me as far as like men when it comes to fashion.
You think so?
El Stupo got me, man.
Okay.
El Stupo be out here dressing, man. People don't be noticing, but I be catching game. El Stupo got that a lot.
And it's Wednesday, El Stupo Show. The Joshua El Stupo Show goes on at 7 p.m. every Wednesday night, and then follows that by the JB Show.
The JV show, yeah.
At 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Catch both of those. Catch you, huh? Because you're about to be out of here.
I got to go catch this flight back to Puerto Rico, man. I got to get this stuff.
And did this happen because Spirit went bankrupt?
I don't fly Spirit. I like what you're doing there. Actually, what happened is I purposely left something so I could go back.
Oh.
You know what I mean? This is my excuse to work, so hopefully they're not listening right now. But I will be back in Puerto Rico probably for like the next 2 days, so I'll see you guys soon.
So you are coming back, or?
Yeah, we'll see what happens. Catch us next time on It's a Piano Wednesday. Actually, I do got to give a huge shout out to my boy Ricky Rose. He is hosting the Blueface concert, Blueface and Friends, and you know I'm from the city, man. You know I'm from the West Coast. Compton AV, One Take J, Stunner Girl, and OT Genesis will be pulling up. My homegirl Ray Bay will be the DJ. You know I'll be in there with the cameraman, be up there hyping my man Rose up on stage. Also, we got the parade this weekend, but the biggest event this weekend ain't even where we're gonna be at. It's at 879 Bar, celebrating the legendary, the great Mr. Soul. So make sure y'all pull up from 6 to 10. It's $10.
I don't know.
Kadero, if you have the app downloaded, it's not $10. It's only $5. So make sure you come with the app. Shout out to 879 Bar. I gotta catch this flight. I will check y'all out, man. Oh, and then on Saturday, Ray Bay has something at Annie's. You already know. Make sure y'all got y'all cheetah print outfits ready. You know it's about to go down. All right, man. I'll let y'all later.
All right, that's CJ, aka Legit. He's leaving. He's out. He's heading to Puerto Rico, I guess.
Puerto Rico, I gotta go back, man. I gotta go get this stuff.
All right. Well, I'm DJ Kadero. This is the Diaspora Show. Again, this was unorthodox. So I'm gonna hit you guys with a music break, and when we come back, we'll have the Diaspora news, huh? How about that, huh? Usually you guys miss it. Some of you guys miss it, but now you guys are going to be able to get it. First, we're gonna hit you guys with a music break. It's Amapiano Wednesdays. I'm DJ Kadero. We'll see you. Man, welcome back, guys. Welcome back. I am DJ Kadero. And you are now tuned in to the Diaspora News exclusively here on the Diaspora Show on 87.9 The Culture, where hip-hop and R&B lives. What's going on, guys? It's Wednesday, May 13, 2026. Big shout out to CJ. Thank you for coming back. Hopefully you do also make your way back next Wednesday. Hopefully, huh? He says he's going to Puerto Rico again. He forgot something. Did he lose his mind? I don't know. But shout out to you guys, and shout out to the class of 2026. We got people in the building that are going to be speaking at graduations, huh? Imagine, huh? So, big shout out to the class of 2026. High school, college, grad school, whatever. Congratulations to you, especially if you're African diaspora. Man, if you're looking for hold on, let me stop the music. If you're looking for I want to say this again. Let me look into the camera right here. If you're looking for a DJ for your graduation event this May, this June, some graduations even happen in July. If you're looking for somebody to pull off one hell of a graduation party, I'm your guy, DJ Kadero, the baddest Afro DJ in the game, huh? Reach out now to me. Come on, what's up? All right, let's get that out of the way. Let's get into our top stories going on in the Afro diaspora world. Let's start off with the Hantavirus, huh? I know. You guys are probably like, why do we keep talking about this Hantavirus? Because it's serious, huh? Because it's serious, and why not? We got to get you guys informed, huh? And also, I'm in Omaha, Nebraska, where this might hit closer to home than you think. At least for those of us here in the Midwest, huh? We'll talk about that. All right. We've been tracking this story since last Friday, and as of today, here is where we stand with the Hantavirus. As of May 12th, there are 9 confirmed cases and 2 suspected cases linked to that cruise ship that was floating in the Atlantic Ocean because no other country gave it permission to dock and allow possible infected passengers to leave. 3 people have died. 2 of those deaths have been confirmed as causes by the specific strain of this Hantavirus. All original passengers have now left the ship and have been evacuated, and many are now quarantined in their home countries. Well, some have arrived back in the United States. At least 17 passengers were from the U.S. And Omaha, Nebraska is home to one of the national quarantine units. And we have one American that decided to show on social media what a quarantine unit looks like. Yes, we have that exclusive. Let's take a listen.
Good morning, everyone. It is my second day here at the National Quarantine Unit in Omaha, Nebraska, and I just wanted to give you a little tour of my room. So you walk in here, and then there is closet space, and then here's my little hand sanitation station, bathroom. We have a dresser and a fridge, a smart TV. Here's my thermometer for temperature checks during the day. I have a stationary bike for exercise, a recliner, my bed, and a desk. The room is very spacious and comfortable. I can have stuff set here for the duration of my stay, so I'm definitely going to be getting some things for me to feel more at home and more comfortable. But yeah, I'm hoping to give more updates while I'm here. I'm feeling well. I want to address some information that went around yesterday, that there was an article with my image saying that I was the American that tested positive. It was a little misleading. In the caption it said that there was someone who tested positive, and then also addressed that I'm at the quarantine unit. I'm not the person who tested positive. I'm feeling well. I'm in relatively good spirits, and I hope to be able to keep you all a little more updated throughout this process.
What? Hey, that's where we are at in society. Imagine 20 years ago, if somebody would have went to a quarantine unit because they had a virus, or possibly have been next to somebody that had a virus that had a 50% chance of killing you and those that are around you, they wouldn't have broadcasted that for the world to see. But we are now in a place in society, in a time in society, where people like that gentleman is showing off what a quarantine unit is. Let's get to the chat. Once again, if you're just tuning in, I'm DJ Kadero. A little late. We wrapped up our Puerto Rico trip recap with CJ, aka Legit. Shout out to you, CJ. And we're starting the Diaspora news on the 30-hour, on the 30-minute mark of the first hour of the show. I am DJ Kadero, your anchor on the Diaspora news on 87.9 The Culture, where hip hop and R&B lives. Let's get to the chat. The real WizKid says he belongs to the streets now. Yeah, in reference to that gentleman that is in Omaha's UNMC's quarantine unit after being on that specific cruise ship where at least 3 people died from the Hantavirus. So now here's the part that scientists have been paying a close attention to this week. We have always been told that the Andes strain of the Hantavirus only spreads through very close, prolonged contact. Well, that was the assumption, but some experts are now questioning whether the virus may be more contagious than previously thought. A doctor at the Harvard University School said on NBC's Today Show that what we're hearing now, including from the doctors that were on the ship, is that at least a few people contracted it without that long, prolonged exposure that we've always assumed. So that's a significant statement because if it confirmed, it changes the picture. Still, there is no evidence that the Andes strain has changed or mutated of the Hantavirus to make it more infectious. Experts maintain that the risk of it spreading widely remains extremely low, but they are also being honest. There is still so much to learn about the virus and how it infects people. What is your guys' thoughts about this? That's the update that we have. Again, we had a video playing where you guys heard somebody showing off to social media and the entire internet what a quarantine unit looks like, as he was one of the many 51 people on that ship. And again, he's broadcasting it. I think the time that he'll spend in the quarantine unit is 2 months? To those at UNMC, Winnie Ledoux, you were on this show. I know you're in grad school at the School of Medicine at UNMC, Winnie. Can you talk to whomever at the infectious diseases part at UNMC and make sure he stays there for the rest of the year? DJ Mr. Soul says, cue the pandemic. The real WizKid says, stay out of dumps at third world sites. It's insane how, again, if this was contacted by rat droppings, how exactly does one even get this? Does that mean that I don't know. I have so many questions, guys. I have so many questions. All right, let's get into our second story, and it deals with the recap of the France-Africa Summit held in Nairobi, Kenya. It's done. The Africa Forward Summit closed yesterday in Nairobi, the capital of Kenya. Around 30 African heads of state and more than 3,000 government officials from all over the continent gathered in the capital of Kenya for over 2 days. And when it was over, President Macron called it a new model of partnership between France and African nations. Well, there was also a stern warning from the President of the Republic of Kenya that he gave to Emmanuel Macron and the rest of European leaders. Let's listen in.
We will not allow ourselves to be exploited again, because we know what we must do. We will not allow ourselves again to be slaves of anybody. we are going to take charge of our own future. The continent was a victim of brutal colonialism, all the way to slave trade, exploitation, and everything in between. The Africa Union led in the charge for independence. We now have 54 independent states. You have asked us what assurance we can get that this will not be repeated again. I can tell you without fear of any contradiction that we do not need any assurance from anybody. We will do it ourselves. We will not allow ourselves again. As leaders from this continent, we will take charge of our own destiny.
Here's what comes off a bowl of strawberries when you drop this device in the water. These berries are fresh from the...
Jeez! Hey! President William Ruto standing on business! I don't know about you guys, I love it when African and Caribbean leaders stand on business. Gotta stand on business. They gotta stand on business. Dr. William Ruto saying, hey, we're not gonna ever allow ourselves to be exploited like that ever again. Woo! All right, but there was a declaration, a Nairobi declaration, meaning like both sides, France and African countries agreed to something, but what did they actually agree to? Well, at the heart, the declaration had a clear message, okay? And President Dr. William Ruto of Kenya said it plainly. Africa is done being a supplier of raw materials to the rest of the world. Africa is committed to being a major player in manufacturing, technology, and value-added production. Sheesh! On peace and security, the declaration backed predictable and sustainable funding for the African Union-led peace operations. Look at that. The declaration also called, are you ready for this? The declaration also called on permanent members of the United Nations Security Council to stop from using veto in cases of mass atrocities like genocide. Like genocide. Let's get it. Let's get it. Yeah, I know. Some of you probably are new to this station. Let me remind you guys on what the station is. This is 87.9 The Culture, where hip hop and R&B lives. This is also the station that is home to the Diaspora, where we represent the African diaspora. and best believe the Middle East is part of that, I think you guys get the point here, All right, let's move on. It's not about that. So on agriculture, leaders committed to strengthening African value chains through agro-processing, cold storage, logistics, and expanded trade under the African Continental Free Trade Agreement. Pretty awesome. So, words on paper, though, they don't mean nothing without follow-through. The continent has heard promises before, but the fact that this conversation is happening in Nairobi, Kenya, an Anglophone Africa, with 30 heads of state in that room, that's a different kind of movement. We'll be watching. Let me know what your guys' thoughts are on that second story. Again, Ruto giving a straight tongue lashing to the head of France, Lita said, stand on business. Yeah. Ruto got to stand on that business, man, We will not be, especially the way he talks. I can listen to him talk all day, All right, let's get into our third and final story, and it deals with what has been happening for the past few weeks in South Africa and Ghana finally saying enough is enough. All right. Well, so a story started with a video. A Ghanaian man was widely seen in a circulated footage being harassed and confronted by a fringe vigilante group who dismissed his valid residency documents as fraudulent. The video spread across West Africa and caused outrage. What does this all mean? South Africa has seen waves of xenophobic attacks against other African immigrants in the country. Well, Ghana's government did not take that lightly and is not standing still. So Ghana's foreign affairs minister confirmed that the government is looking to repatriate its citizens from the country of South Africa. I'm not lying. How about this? For more on this, you guys can hear it from them yourselves. Let's take a listen.
Ghana says it's initiated the process to evacuate about 300 of its citizens from South Africa following a wave of protests against foreigners. President John Dramani Mahama has approved the move to assist people who'd complied with an advisory and registered with the High Commission in Pretoria. The government says the evacuation exercise is aimed at ensuring the safety and welfare of citizens amid rising tensions and xenophobic attacks. Nigeria has also expressed concerns after a series of anti-immigrant protests in several cities across South Africa, as well as claims of assaults and intimidation. South African President Cyril Ramaphosa has denied the country is xenophobic, saying the recent attacks on foreign nationals do not reflect the views of government or broader society. He condemned the recent protests and criminal acts targeting foreigners, warning that no individual or group has the right to take the law into their own hands. But he said there was a need to deal decisively within the confines of the law with illegal immigration, which contributes to instability and places strain on the state. On Tuesday, South Africa's Constitutional Court ruled that a refugee cannot reapply for asylum after being denied the status in a previous application. The Department of Home Affairs has welcomed the judgment, describing it as a significant victory against abuse of the system.
Sheesh. You guys heard that, huh? Ghana is standing on business, huh? Standing on business. What are your guys' thoughts on that? Again, Ghana saying enough is enough with South Africa, and we're going to repatriate its own citizens. What's your guys' thoughts on that last story and any of our other stories? How about that? While you guys think about that, we're going to go to another music break. When we come back, we'll have the African proverb of the day, and it comes to us from Lesotho. Yes, Lesotho. It's the country within a country, huh? For more on that, we'll talk about it when we come back from the music break. It's Amapiano Wednesdays here on May 13th, 2026 on 87.9 The Culture, where hip-hop and R&B lives. In the chat, his Fupa says, his favorite Fupa. This is insane. I just like seeing this name. This is crazy. His favorite Fupa. Yes, we have somebody named his favorite Fupa in the chat. Hey, DJ Kadero. Hey, his favorite Fupa. Let's go to a music break. We'll be right back after this, guys. Sheesh. Guys, I just had Cash walk into the studio, man. What's going on? Shout out to the 879 girls. My goodness gracious. 879 girl. Cash just walked into the studio, man. She said she forgot her charger, but maybe she wanted to see if Kadero really is this live, huh? If I'm really this live, huh? Once again, welcome back to the Diaspora Show here on 87.9 The Culture, where hip-hop and R&B lives, man. Big shout out to Cash and big shout out to all the 879 girls. Before we hit that music break, I was giving you guys the top stories in the Diaspora news. President Ruto giving a tongue lashing and a stern lecture to the president of France and other European leaders at the final day of the France-Africa summit. The update on the Hantavirus, and somebody using social media to showcase what the next 2 months of them being at a pandemic unit at UNMC is from this Hantavirus. This is crazy, man. I didn't think that. Oh my goodness gracious. And then last but not least, Ghana standing on business with saying, hey, we're just going to go ahead and repatriate our citizens from South Africa because it looks like the South African government isn't protecting its guests. Well, that brings me to the African proverb of the day. It comes to us from Lesotho. I know it looks like it's spelled Lesotho, but I believe it's pronounced Lesotho. Again, if you are from Lesotho, let me know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. I've been told multiple times that it's pronounced Lesotho, not Lesotho. All right. So, the African proverb from Lesotho And it reads, peace is strength. Once again, peace is strength. That's it. That's it. That's the African proverb, huh? Once again, the African proverb of the day from Lesotho, and it reads, I just want to make sure that I got you guys, huh? Peace is strength. Again, peace is strength from Lesotho. 3 words, that's all. And every single story that we told today leads right back to this. Again, scientists coordinating across 22 countries to contain a virus. That's peace as strength. 32 heads of state sitting down in Nairobi, Kenya to build instead of fight. That is peace as strength. Ghana bringing its people home and taking the fight to the African Union. That is peace as strength. The Basotho tribe of Lesotho have been saying this for generations. And on Wednesday in Omaha, Nebraska, it still hits. Huh? Let us know, listeners, of the Diaspora Show. How is peace? Let us know your example of peace, of how peace is showing strength, in your personal life. Let me know. I know I got a group chat here for the station, and it looks like chaos is strength, huh? This group chat is always chaotic, huh? Big shout out to the 879 team, man. You guys are always doing your best to stay in communication. I love it. Well, there you have it. There is our African proverb of the day. That is our Diaspora News top stories of the day. And I am one the baddest Afro DJ in the game. If I can get my mouse to work, what's going on here? Oh, I am DJ Kadero, and it is Amapiano Wednesdays. I don't know about you guys, but I'm ready. I said I'm ready. Without being bored, let's go.